Hello everyone. Das Belief, I need you to be quiet. Today we'll be going over the Soul Scythe, and pretty much all of its effects that I know of. There may still be some things missing that I don't know about, but still. Soul Scythe doesn't wins. You need to beat Kara, and you need to have a reset, and that's like the basis of it. All of the Soul Scythes can be charged. Whenever they're ready to be swung after charging, you'll hear that little sound. A little bit of trivia, that sound is shared with the Calamity Mod's Adrenaline Charge sound. Now, as for Determination, usually crit shoot a slash. I don't know what's happening this time, but other than that, your second life has a bleed effect on you. And you're faster and deal more damage. Or not deal more damage, but you're faster and have more jump power. Critting with the Scythe increases its damage by 20, and I believe the cap is around 200. And there's the slashes. You just saw them there. They're fixed, apparently. My damage going up by 20 every time I hit him with a crit, but you do have to hit the melee one, after all. Ow. You'll see the second life here bleeding out. And almost hit the damage cap. You don't actually need to crit for the extra damage to register. And we killed him. On another note, I'll see you next time, or well, not next time, but in the next round, where we cover the Integrity variant. After all, the Integrity variant is really good just due to Integrity's effects. I do not believe it has a crit effect other than doing more damage, but with R, can send out 2 saw blades, which only come back if you hit the sands. Other than that, it's kind of just Integrity with a longer range weapon, which is pretty good, I'll give it that. Which, I'll just show it through this round. It's not really too interesting, but it is good and reliable. I do believe it has an easier cooldown, or is easier on the cooldown itself, and it's shorter, but that is besides the point. The Soul Scythe is a very good weapon in general, while we take a second to fight Distrust here. I wasn't expecting to have to fill out a round of fighting Distrust, but here we are. The projectiles here are very reliable, and you can use them pretty effectively to win. But as for the next Soul Scythe we will be covering, that is going to be Kindness, which is, in my opinion, the most interesting. Anyway, I'll see you in the next round, so I can actually, play with it while I'm explaining what it does. The Kindness Scythe, another one of my favorite scythes, just in general. The crits spawn 2 pellets, you still of course get your healing items. And the most fun part about this, whenever you hit the sands, you get a charge of heal, which at 5 can heal your teammates by like 50 entire health. You can spam crits so you can get healing pellets pretty quickly. The only problem with this is you're slower. so it's kind of harder to get in there and actually hit Sans. Though I do believe the pellets heal for like 3 to 5 health. Once I hit 5 heal, I'm gonna help out my story spin here. 'Cause he's not doing too good. Can heal him up, get him topped off, or well, pretty well healed up. Not really topped off, I would say, but still. And if you ever need to fall back, remember you still have your healing items. You can really anger people by being a nuisance and healing your team, making them get no kills. But our next one is Bravery. Into the next round. Now, of course, Bravery, another one of my favorites. The dash explodes at the end of it now. The crits, I believe, also do nothing here, unfortunately. Other than just deal extra damage, of course. I do think they charge just a little bit faster. But that's it. Epic may kill me before I can show the other thing off. Come on, I can get 2 more hits in before you kill me, right? It's gotta hit him twice, but I don't actually fully know what the flame does, but from what I've gathered, it appears to either deal just a burst of stamina damage, or, alternatively, stop stamina regeneration, just entirely, for a few seconds. It could be either of those. I'm gonna lean more towards the burst of stamina damage instead, because I just think that makes a little more sense. But, in any case, once this guy kills the stick user, we'll be on our way to, I believe Justice is next? I might be wrong. Because I actually don't know the Order of the Soul, surprisingly. Determination, integrity. Kindness, bravery, justice, patience, perseverance, I believe. In any case, we're just gonna watch this round play out for a little bit, and then we'll of course be on our way to the next round. After all, I do need to extend the video time somehow, right? I'm sorry. It's taking a surprisingly long amount of time. Usually Epic can kill them a little faster. A little bit disappointing, I'll be honest. Perhaps he'll do it soon? Maybe? They got it. They got healing items. They're using kindness. Because they're new and that's the soul it auto-selects, even though I really don't think it's a good soul. Unless you're using the Scythe. But honestly, any soul is good if you're using the Scythe. Nice, he got it. Anyway, the soul we're going to be using next is, in fact, Justice. I was correct. I'm always correct. On to the next round, of course. Now, Justice. Oh, we're fighting Littletail. This is going to be over quickly. V. Shoots a big slash, explodes where it hits. Reloading, of course. You sometimes shoot that kind of slash whenever you're attacking. They may have made it always, I'm not too sure. No, not always. Crits. I don't believe they have an effect other than more damage. However, you can also shoot these kinds of slashes just by tapping V, of course. It's just buffed Justice, really, with an extra slash you can use occasionally. And of course, Littletail doesn't really last long, unfortunately. But I don't really need much time to explain the scythes. They're not too intricate. Now, here's another one of my favorites. Patience. Patience is really funny, and you're gonna see why next round. Hey, Editing Dark here to say that he's an idiot, and forgot the fact that Justice Scythe makes it so if you're the last one alive, you get a second life as well. Nor did he show it off, so yeah, there's that. I'm a fool. Goodbye. Now, Patience. Patience can do two things, as far as I'm aware. First of all, you have a chance to string the sands whenever you hit them. It could possibly be potentially when a crit, but speaking of crits, you can charge them up infinitely as far as I'm aware. Although, they do have a damage cap of 350, I'll try to hit that mark here. You can just hold your fire as long as you want, and nothing will stop you. Only happens when you try to hit them, and deal a crisp 350, if you're good. Now, if I could get the strings to happen, I could show you what they do. See, there they are. Pretty sure they just slow sands down. This is really stressful, but he's making it fair. We're having a scythe-to-scythe combat right now. And neither of us have hit anything since we've started doing this. Ah, you got me. Oh well. That's what Patient Scythe does. On to our last one, which is, in fact, Perseverance. Now, our last soul of the day, Perseverance. You keep your iframes, you keep everything. As far as I'm aware, crits do nothing, you gain an R ability, which is the main part of the actual scythe, which heals everyone on your team. No idea what the CD is, but this is probably the most boring scythe. We'll see what happens on crit, if anything. If I can land one. Sometimes the heal just doesn't hit. But no, it just deals big damage on crit. The heal is pretty good. Of course, we're fighting Fell Swap, so it's not going to do much. Now, to end off our final, the video, I should talk better. To end off the video, we're just gonna probably play a little bit more Perseverance, since I don't think I showed it off that well that fight, because it was, you know, Swap fell. Oh. I guess another interesting thing to note about it. It seems the words of encouragement give a damage boost. Which could get really good really quickly. At least, if I could actually hit him, I could confirm that theory. 154. With just one. I wonder what happens if I get another. I'm going back into it, so I actually hit it. And he died. But anyway, to end off the round, we're going to use Waterfall Dustfell, because why not? Or to end off the video, I should say. Now, since this is the end of the video, of course, I'm just going to be talking. You know, do the YouTube stuff. I don't really need to say it. Join the Discord. Hopefully, everything will end up being balanced once more, and I can finally rest. But I will be enjoying my time playing the game again, due to the fact that neutral was nerfed and most things are balancing now. And even the things that are currently imbalanced are being fixed as we speak, such as the Soul Scythe being nerfed recently. Right, about to make my video on it, it got some changes, so I had to account for those, which is a little bit annoying, I'm gonna be honest. But everything mostly stayed the same. You know how it is. You did not go to Spear Attack Land. I'm a little mad about that, I'm gonna be honest. New update, things were gonna be balanced. They're not, because different players figured out how to do different things with them, all of that. In any case, I'll see you next time. Hopefully. Let's just take a second to look at how cool this model is. Alright. See you next time, I hope.